100 men versus one silverback gorilla. Can it happen? Who wins in that match? And it's actually hilarious. This is as 50-50 as it gets. I've seen so many different reels on this where one group is saying, oh yeah, for sure 100 people can jump in and kill it. And then there's a whole lot of other people going, no way, the gorilla wins hands down. Where do you stand on this whole huge internet sensation?
Well, see, the thing is I don't think they're asking the right questions, Mitch. Because if you said 100 men versus one silverback gorilla, I'm inclined to pick the 100 men.
Really?
However,
okay,
where are they fighting?
Okay.
Is it in a squared circle of sorts, an enclosed contraption? Is it in the jungle?
Great question.
Who's got home court advantage?
Good call.
Is it a one-time thing? Is it a best-of-7 series just like the playoffs? So I need answers to these questions.
Okay, let's answer some of them real quick for ourselves.
Sure.
It's 100 men, one silverback gorilla. Let's call it an enclosed, not an octagon, but like a big warehouse.
A gymnasium.
A gymnasium, for sure. Yeah, a gymnasium.
Okay.
100 men versus one gorilla in a gymnasium, not a gorilla enclosement. So no ropes and vines. Because if you put trees and ropes and vines in there, all 100 men are dead.
Right.
100%. 100%. Okay. No weapons. No weapons.
Clothes?
Well, I'm sorry?
Is everyone clothed?
Yeah, you can wear clothes. I'm fighting naked against the silverback?
Well, that changes the game.
Okay.
The silverback wins.
Because, you can be naked if you want. I never thought. Why is it so important to be naked in this fight?
I'm not saying. Does the silverback gorilla have grappling?
I don't think it really matters. I don't think he's looking to do jujitsu on you.
Well, you haven't been to the Congo then, have you? Okay, fair. I'm just saying. It's like
those
like
Congo
MMA.
silverback jiu-jitsu gorillas.
The jiu-jitsu gorillas. I'm saying because, Mitch, it changes the entire game. You know, it's like jiu-jitsu and MMA.
Okay, to make it a little easier.
Bottom line, come with what you want.
Yeah, come with what you want.
Fine.
Most likely you're wearing clothes of some kind. Shorts. I mean, satin pajamas if you want.
laugh.
I don't know. I do laugh. Yes, I do laugh.
But these are the tough, important questions and nobody's asking.
Okay, so what else do you want to add as a stipulation to this?
Are there any trees or any...
nothing like that.
Nothing that he can
Nothing
climb,
he can climb
hang?
and hang and nothing.
His
own physical abilities.
No weapons.
No weapons.
100 random men and women or just
see, that's
men?
the big question too. I'll just give you my answer, okay?
No.
When it comes to random, hold on. No. Okay, let's keep going. Random.
Right.
See, that's the question. I think the minute you say random, that's where the gorilla wins. If you're able to pick who you can have, the game changes a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, but the question never said, like the original question is 100 men versus one gorilla. No one's really going into saying, well, do I get all UFC fighters? Are they all from Kazakhstan? Then the game changes, right? You know what I mean? So, yes, that does change the game. How do you want to play it out? I think it should be random for this particular, as the question alludes to, let's just say random for right now.
I think it should be random. I think you go in and you just go by percentage of demographic.
Okay.
So if you pick 100 North Americans and the population is split between, let's say, 54 males and 46 females, 54-46, they got to be in.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Oh, I see. You're really going down to the numbers.
Yes, I am. Because if you get 100 MMA fighters, I can tell you right now, the gorilla's toast.
You think so?
And let me run the scenario.
See, I disagree.
Let me run the scenario.
Go ahead, yeah.
The gorilla does not possess the mental capacity to be able to fight.
Exactly.
Hold on. Multiple at once. So here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Now, on the contrary, the counter argument will be that in order to have a closed perimeter to fight the gorilla is only really fighting 4 or 5 people at one time. I've thought about this. Okay. Now, once the first sacrificial 10 people go, because they're learning the game, the other waves of people that come in, if they go, then what's going to happen is the gorilla's not going to anticipate. Once the back shots start coming in, and he's like, right? And he turns around, he's like, what's going on here? Boom, pam, pam, pam. It's going to happen. Okay?
Here, okay.
Now, let me tell you how it goes out.
Sure.
Go to the Matrix 2.
Yeah.
When Mr. Smith started cloning himself.
Right.
And the first time Neo had to fight him.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's basically it. Yeah.
That's your scenario.
That's a good scenario.
The gorilla's going to end up running away. He's going to be injured. It's going to work out. But that's with the MMA fighters. 100 randoms?
Yeah.
Gorilla wins.
I think the gorilla wins against 100 randoms, and I actually do think certain people, like, okay, for example, UFC fighters, I think he could still take the UFC fighters. Hold on. Just follow me on this for a second. NHL guys, I think he could still take some NHL guys. Do I think he could take NFL offensive, defensive linemen, 100 of them? That one, because now you're getting into the big bulky, like you got to fight fire with fire. And if you throw me, who's like 220 pounds, argument's sake, and you're like 200 pounds, argument's sake.
Argument. Those numbers are not accurate
at all.
No,
but I'm just throwing out numbers. Me and you, we can, if we got into a fight tonight at a bar, we'll see how far we can go. But dude, against a gorilla that punches at, what was it? I had the numbers written down. 1,200 PSI that can bench press, apparently they say, between 4 to 5 tons. The minute this thing hits you, you're dead. And you went earlier, the first 10 that are sacrificial, dead. I agree. They're dead. But it's also, okay, those 10 are dead. You just saw 10 of your friends die. Are you going to want to be the next 10? Because he's done with 10. He can do another 10. He's proven it.
You have 9 more chances.
So what I'm saying is I don't think we have the balls, I'll be quite honest, to get in it with them. You have to be a certain kind of like mentality. So the UFC fighter, you're on the cut. Boxers, no way. UFC fighters, maybe and most likely yes, now that I'm thinking about it more. Offensive, defensive linemen, kamikaze guys. Navy SEALs, yes. Canadian government or Canadian military, no. So, like, you know what? It's just a matter of who are we talking about.
How about 100 Greek moms?
Yeah, 100% the gorilla dies. The gorilla is dead. Yeah, 100%. This is not even close.
It's not.
Dare I say it could be one-on-one.
It's a no. It's a no contest.
It would kill him with guilt first. Oh, you want to hit me? Okay. Go ahead. That's fine.
Hit a woman.
Okay, fine.
Hit
a woman, yeah.
Go ahead. You hit your mother-in-law, you hit other girls. Okay, no problem. You do what you want.
Buddy, I'm telling you, this has taken over the world.
With guilt. That's amazing.
That's what will happen.
But here's the other thing that worries me, but it can also be a source of optimism.
Yeah, sure.
We've never seen a gorilla take a punch. We've seen the gorilla.
I don't think you could hurt a gorilla, man.
But we don't know. Look, we've seen them take.
I think we know enough.
Chest ground in pounds. But we've never seen a gorilla take a punch.
Agree, could have a glass chin.
What
but I'm going to take my chances and say it doesn't. I'm just going to.
Like, what if the gorilla has
looks like it's got a sturdy neck? He does his neck exercises every morning. No, I'm going with the gorilla. In a random fight, 100 random people versus one silverback gorilla. Give me the gorilla all day. 5-star pick of the week.
What?
Speaking of crazy, yeah.
Isn't it pathetic, though?
Yeah.
That 100 humans,
yeah,
with our intellect,
right,
and we're debating.
Well, I mean, pull out a gun. We outsmart the gorilla. Yeah, pull out a gun, a knife. Yeah, we kill this thing. But one-on-one, buddy, I mean, they're massive. They're massive.
I mean, the Planet of the Apes is essentially the playbook.
Buddy, exactly. You just got outsmart. No one beat them physically in the movie and never will and could. They still ride horses in the movie.
Buddy, what's his face in the original? Not the original with Heston.
Yeah.
But the new original with the Wahlberg.
The Wahlberg.
When Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
I mean, if
This is what I'm saying. So I think it really comes down to if you could pick your own 100, it's a debatable conversation. But randoms, you're all dead. We're all dead.
Fair.
Because eventually it's going to be one-on-one. So imagine me, you, and 98 of our other friends are all in there, okay? And it's down to me and you. All you guys need to know is this. I will push Dimitri right into the gorilla. I will sacrifice Dimitri to the gorilla. Yeah. And when he's eating the gorilla, then I gouge him in the eyes, and then I'll win. But it has to be Dimitri getting eaten or being gorged and killed by this gorilla for me to be able to win this fight at the end. Yeah. He'll be tired by then.
See, and for me, I would take Mitch,
right,
and I would tell Mitch to actually show up, get him to strip down to his genj,
right,
and then the gorilla would be like, "Dad," and it'd be a family reunion.
So then we chair shot him, and it's over.
And then at that point, when they're consoling each other and they realize, because they have the same fur coat. That's when I make my move.
That's when you make your move.
Because I don't know if a gorilla could take my jab.
I think you got a great jab.
But
I think it could take your jab. Yeah.
I keep the gorilla a bit. Pow, pow.
Yeah. He was like, a little higher. He's got an itch. he would ask you to do that.
W was saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast. Amy can do anything.
She's the best.